Our imagination has come true. We thought talking into devices on our wrist in the science fiction was part of the past, but it's actually reality today. Many people would think that people wear a wristwatch for checking time or for fashion. Since many devices like the smartphone came out, we don't really need to use the wristwatch for checking time. It is very common today for people to have many kinds of stylish bracelets instead of a watch. So in other words, neither checking time nor for fashion really works. When the Apple company saw this opportunity, they noticed that the wristwatch needs to step up to the next level. And they call this the Apple Watch. Since design is the starting point of any production, let's begin there. Compared to the wristwatch, the screen and the strap that attaches to the person's wrist makes the Apple Watch quite different. The screen part of the Apple Watch looks like an Apple 2GB iPod Touch and works by touching the screen. There is also a roller system, which is called a digital crown, on the right side of the screen. It helps to set up time, day, and other important functions. As for the strap part, it is very convenient. Unlike the leather tie around, the strap of the watch is solid and looks like a letter C. Senior Vice President of Design at Apple Inc., Jonathan Ive mentioned that what we sincerely try to do is create objects and products and ideas that are new and innovative. But at the same time, there is a slightly peculiar familiarity to them. This is why the Apple Watch is designed so well, simple and convenient, but stylish at the same time. Now, it is time to explain the most fascinating part. Tim Cook, who is the CEO of Apple Inc., mentioned that the Apple Watch is the most personal device we've ever created. How did you guys interpret the meaning of the most personal device as announced by the head of the Apple company? When Tim Cook says this, don't you guys think the functions of Apple Watch will be out of the world? The basic functions of Apple Watch contain most on the iPhone with additional functions. Among everything, these three are the proudest points of the Apple Watch. There are Apple Pay, communication, and the fitness system. Let's talk about the Apple Pay first. Isn't it stressful when you try to find a wallet to pay for something? No problem. If the information of your credit card is already in the Apple Watch, just one touch will make every payment done immediately. The points of the system are very convenient, saves energy, and reduces time. Compared to an iPhone, the communication system of the Apple Watch is more handy. For example, where the iPhone takes 1 minute to find the person's contact, the Apple Watch takes literally 3 seconds to find the person's contact. A person just needs to click the digital crown and call out the name of the person's contact. In addition, Siri, a vocal system on the Apple Watch, is more developed than the Siri on the iPhone. When someone texts by using the Apple Watch, you just need to speak the sentence out loud. But when you're in public, you can just change your mode to type. Personally, I think the fitness system is the most interesting part. If you set the schedule for exercise on the Apple Watch, it alerts you when it is time to exercise. Here is the interesting part. There is a heart rate sensor in the Apple Watch. In other words, when you're working out, the Apple Watch can tell how healthy you are, how many calories you lost, and how many effort you put in. If you're overweight, need more muscle, need a special way to make friends, or prefer having a smaller device that is sometimes better than a phone, this is a great choice. The Apple Watch can't replace the phone, but what a great option to wear something just for looks. In the meantime, remember, as Harvey McKay once said, time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back. Thank you for your time.